Esunani, I don't know how to. Esunani, chai. 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 Chai.
That is God, oh.
That is God, oh. That is God, oh.
There is no doubt that the subject matter of this summit is of great importance to the good people of Imo State who are at home and in diaspora. The interest in this subject matter cuts across political lines and all strata of the society. The fact of the unconscionable looting of the common matrimony of our people by elected political office holders and other public servants have affected the development of Imo State for several years. This has been the situation. The truth is that it did not just start with the state government under Rochas Okorocha as governor, but the looting under the government of Rochas Okorocha as governor was exceedingly brazen and unscrupulous. The people cried out helplessly, and it would appear that God heard the cry and agony of our people and stopped the looting that would have continued by not allowing Rochas Okorocha to voice his son-in-law, Uchenwosu, as a successor to him.
I would also say I will blame Owerri for what transpired, because no society can be shaved in its absence. You must be sitting down at the barber's chair for the barber to find the peace to actually go on to shave your hair. So I would blame us, Imo, for having submitted our heads to be shaved in the way it was done. I speak with the hindsight of the findings of the Justice Iheka panel of inquiry. There were 3 panels set up by the head of administration. 2 of them were judicial panels of inquiry. Those judicial panels have the force of law. Whatever they find out, you implement. You don't start going back to court, no. So that's where they get it wrong. You see, in trying to redress those things stolen, taken away, misappropriated, some of them are waiting for us in courts. No. That was why you saw the minute the Justice Iheka panel, Judicial Panel of Inquiry, brought out its complaints, which were to look at the state contracts. The state contracts. That's how we found out it was money from Imo State Waste Management that was used to build the hotel complex over the Otamiri water scheme. The Otamiri water scheme is supposed to be a freshwater scheme that is for Owerri. But of course, and whenever you have the green grass, the green areas, you don't touch it. But then, in respect of that 16 different executives, one executive came, changed the master plan, and started awarding the lands to himself. Yesterday, I went to a place behind the House of Assembly. In my own presence, I saw a demolition going on, and I asked why. And I was told that the fence of the House of Assembly was brought down and lands allocated to individuals. And the way they do this, they will even bring a corporate entity, like in that area, a state parasito, and then give them part of the land. then the rest of the land will now be taken and be shared, some to families, some to himself. I don't understand why our people kept quiet. And these things were not developed with money from our side. No, it was our money. Money that belongs to Imo State. I say that with no fear of any contradictions. Don't be afraid when agents of those who stole our money will tell you they won't go to no courts. They didn't respect any courts. They didn't regard a single court order, 164 court orders. They did not regard a single one. These are the same people telling you they will go to court. No. So that's why it was very easy. When the Commission of Inquiry on the Land Racketeering came out with their reports, what the government said, return the land back to the master plan. And it was too easy. You didn't need any law. No, because the law that made Owerri the capital city in 1976 is a law. All you need to simply, since that law was not abrogated, you recalibrate intentions that will sustain the recognition of that already existing law. Because in most of these things, there were no revocations. It was simply the fiat of government that was used to bulldoze. Just like the issue of Shell Camp, the people whose land were taken, there was no revocation. It was simply the fiat of government that was used to frighten them. But it's good that we've all seen that power is transient. Nothing lasts forever. Those who lie, on your church, a chair for that again, amen. The highest in a democracy a man can mess with you for is 8 years. If he doesn't do it for 4 years, it will be 8 years. No matter how power gets to his head. Yes, in that case, we made a mistake. We were very angry, whether it is properly or improperly, against Governor Hakim. And in our fit of that anger, we were simply looking for a place to dock. And before you knew it, Ndanambra came here, raised their money, and showed us a candidate. We, without arguing or even asking questions, we ran into that hole. So it turned out to become what they call jumping from frying pan into fire. In the judicial inquiry into the land racketeering, which of course we are aware of, and that's what the government has started implementing, and that's why you've seen houses being marked for removal and of course demolition, which I said yesterday. I saw a demolition yesterday take place at the back of the House of Assembly. And when I inquired, I was told the property belongs to House of Assembly. It was taken over by the last administration and shared amongst friends, and some parts kept for him and his family. You saw the other one published 2 weeks ago, in which a sister of the governor got 49 plots of land in just one site. One just estate. 49 plots of land in one estate. And these things are replicated. And this is the same man who was boasting that he's even, from what he has done in Imo, he's now richer than Imo State. He was also boasting to the world that he now has more than 1,000 plots of land. No other Igbo man alive has as much plots of land as he does have. All those things were because of how he has raped us. And because of how he has raped us, he came to boast here that he's richer than the states. All of us know such things are not real. So it has to be something that must be done collectively. It's not something just for this government. No. Because all of us kept quiet for these things to happen. We are lucky. God some way, somehow brought people who said no. If not, what if his son has succeeded in becoming the governor after him? We won't be here talking about recovery. All they will be doing is consolidation. And there's nothing you can say. So for me, I asked somebody, I said, what of Ndowere? Ndowere that pledged their land to the capital project. And for this, long time since 676, they have kept up their land for the Owerri capital project. Should we not keep quiet for one man to come and change all that and then rewrite the land for himself? And we say we keep quiet? No, nobody should be a fool. These things have happened in place after place, in areas after area. We're talking about land though. We've not talked about the contracts. A lot of those facilities and lands were built on with money from Imo State government. And that's why the Justice Iheka Commission of Inquiry into the state contracts will show us, and we're beginning to see a lot of where those monies came from, and those monies actually do belong to us. The strategy was simple. Do all these things, go to Abuja, get one or two people in security agencies compromised, and if Imo State raises any voice, nobody will do anything there. And that's why you saw the government intelligently left that alone. Because sometimes to seek for permission is to invite rejection. So the government intelligently followed the Emeki Hedioha's templates. Those commission of inquiries that Emeki Hedioha has set up are now the basis of our findings that we will now use to try to recoup some. I am aware that from over here, money was always removed from here, taken to Abuja. From Abuja, that money is then taken away through the Bureau de Change to Dubai. From Dubai, that money will then go to different countries in the world, in places that they call safe havens. So yes, we have started locally, but we cannot succeed without also connecting to the National Financial Intelligence Unit. It's not going to be an easy thing, but I have no doubt if Undi will come together as we begin to come together right now, I have no doubt we'll be able to resolve this issue. It cannot be yesterday. Some people in the civil service talk to me privately that they still have data to bring. I said, yes, you will still have opportunity to bring them. There is no thing that forbids government from having data, no matter the date. No crime has any expiry date. No. Whenever you find any evidence, interrogations can start from there. This has to be something that all of us must commit to. There are some people who are saying, leave him alone now. Was he the only governor? No, that's not it. Rochas himself said it, that so we are going to be playing the Ohashierism, as he called it. This is what we're doing. It has nothing to do, for me, I will support this government as far as it sets purpose towards retrieving that thing that belongs to Imo. But when you now want to cover it, no. And that's what I said. The governor should not make the mistake, because people are already suspecting that maybe I said no. Let it be open. Must support that process of not only interrogation but also discovery, because this Oshi belongs to all of us. Bikono. This is how we are going to start this. It's a process, it's not going to be an event. It will take time. Luckily for us, we have a governor with the heart to do it. And I know very well, if we have an election here tomorrow, nobody will vote en masse that these things be retrieved. Am I not speaking the truth? Yes. Even though they gave their land since 1976 for the Owerri capital project, and nobody has changed it to arrogate that land to himself and his family, I don't think we should keep quiet now. The issue about money, where some of the money is. Also the process of bringing them back. Okuala is nothing. Houses are penny compared to the amount of money that was removed from Imo State.